Good afternoon, welcome. It's Anna here, and it's Wednesday, and that means that it is time to use it or lose it. So today I thought that I would be making some watercolor swatches or mark making or whatever you like to call it. And for that I am going to use some water. I am going to use my small Winsor & Newton palette. Not many colors, but they are nice and they are blendable. I also have my little blending dish. This is porcelain. It's from Systrarna Grena, and I think it's so cute. Strawberry, and of course some paper. I have a watercolor brush. I have paper to not make the swatches on, but to make trying out my colors on. And I have some papers to use. And today I am going to start with these papers, I think. I have some really old notebook paper. I have a small paper from a really small pocket. What's it called? Conversational dictionary, I think, or something like that. I have this is from 1800s, and it's rag paper-ish, some kind of rag in it. I believe this is some kind of watercolor paper. And I will also use, this is from my recent journal I made, and this is the index page. So I'm gonna try on different papers and different colors. And my goal is to make these swatches, and then if I have the time, maybe make some collage or something as well. So let's start. And this is papers that there's no need to save them, but I save them and I use them up. I also have my coffee. Yum. So I'm gonna start with, let's think, well, what colors am I using right now? For instance, if I'm making a blue journal, I will be making some blue swatches, for instance. Let me see, those are brown. And I don't normally make shapes that I want to fill in. I know some people do, I do not. I normally just paint on the paper, and then if there is time I make rings or oh, this isn't, you can see, look at this, the paper doesn't want to receive the color. It's just laying on top of it. If I have time, I draw rings or squares or something around them. Then I'm gonna make it a bit lighter, so I'm gonna use white here, and I'm gonna use the brown, and I'm gonna mix. I'm gonna need a bit more white. That's better, and let's see if it receives. Yes, I believe the paper will take this. And I can see another color here that I can use. It's a bit more yellowish. Maybe I can mix it with the brownish. Let's see if it's something else. Almost the same. It's almost like there's some kind of fat residue on top of the paper. What's this color like then? It's a bit more reddish, but let's try it. And this is just how I do it. And this is really, really soothing to do. For instance, if you're watching TV, or like in my instance, I often watch my YouTube videos on my computer that is over there, and then I make swatches in the meantime. I really have to force the color to stay on the paper. This paper does not like watercolor at all. And I will be making the brownish ones here, and then I will move on to other colors, I think. Let's see what we can get if we mix some of them. And I love using this ceramic one because then I can just rinse it off underwater and then dry it off with a paper towel, and then it's clean. So there we are. Now I have one row of brownish colors, and they are bigger and bigger the further down I get. But who cares? So this might get into a collage in my new journal I'm working on. Let's make something else. Let's make some pinkish, maybe. Do I have a pink? No, I don't. I have a red. So I'm getting lots of water. I'm moving this a bit, and this is bright red, really bright red. And then I have this one that is a darker red, and I can mix them and see what I get. Let's make it on this one, this paper. See how it turns out. That's really, really red. Lovely. Then I'm gonna use this one. And they don't have to be in, you know, like a rainbow scale. No need for that. It's just, this is fun. There's no science behind it. It's just fun. And fun things to use in your collages, and yeah, you know. So I'm gonna add a bit of white to this, see what happens. A bit more pinkish. And I want to add some white to this as well. So this is not, as I said, an exact science. This is just play. Play, play, play. So much fun. I'm gonna use more of this, and I'm gonna make a second row. And I don't mind that the color gets washed out, or that I mix different colors, or I think it's so much fun to just try. And these are a pop of color to add to any collage or any journal page. You can just tear off this strip and use a paperclip to add it to a page. And what's more fun is, for instance, if you have, sometimes I use Edith Holden pages, and I see what colors that are on the page already, and I try to match them up, and I do my swatches in the edge of the page. That is so much fun. Yeah, let's add some white here, or white-ish. That white, it will not be white very much longer. Picking up some more light color here. That's really pale. There we go. Now we have red and pinkish on that side. What do you want to make on the other side then? maybe some yellowish or green. So I think this one is a bit yellow, especially if you use a bit of the white with it. Yes, so I'm going to start with that. Then I'm going to get more white. And this. Oh, almost pinkish. Whoops. That's what happens when you mix too many colors. I'm going to use this yellow as it is. Oh, lovely. Yellow is one of my favorite colors. It's so happy. Let's use this one. So now I have a few more colors to add white to. Let's use this one over here. And this one, oh, these two can be mixed as well. See what happens. Really bright. Wow. Just this is how you do it. See what happens is my leading word when I make these swatches. I love making them, and this is no exact science. It's just so much fun, and I bet all of you have done this many times. Okay, I have a complaining boy at home. Let's see. Oh, that's pale yellow. That's pretty. Pretty. Let's add this one. Oh, nice. So I'm gonna do this one and this one. See what happens. Not very much. More water perhaps. Just gonna try. Trying to clean off the brush a bit. I'm using my little dish over there to add more color. And let's do a bit of this and add into it and see what happens. Let's make one more bright yellow-ish. There we go. Now we have filled another paper, ready to be collaged with or used in a book. Let's do this one, and maybe this one as well. And I think I might want to do another shape here. Let's do the greens. That's really green. So I'm going to do this one up here as well. Lovely. Let's add some water and let's add some white to that, shall we? See what happens. Not much. So we have another green here. That's a bit more yellow green. Wow. Great. And let's add this to this and see what happens. Not very much, but a little bit. Oh, this is so much fun. And I can use, you know, I can use so many of these when I make my journals. I know when I did my Christmas journals, I had the red and green ones. I can sit here painting all day. I wonder if this is watercolor paper. Probably. So we're gonna use this one over here and add some water to that. Not water, white. See what happens. Soft green. I remember when I was like 12 or 13, we were redecorating my room, and I was no, I must have been younger. We were going to paint the walls, and my mother wanted white, but the salesman said no, white's not good, you have to add another color to it. So we ended up doing, I think it was called apple white. So it's like if you have a Granny Smith apple and you cut it in half, the white that is inside a Granny Smith apple, that was the color on my walls, and I loved it so much. And I don't think I want to make that pale color here, but so now I have one row here and one row here, and those I will probably draw some kind of lines around later. Let's move on to another color. What do we have left? The blues. The blues, the blues. Oh, that is a lovely blue color. Look at that. Wow. I've had a dress in that color once. Oh. Maybe I should call this video Use It to Lose It, Reminisce with Me over colors. Anyway, let's turn this around a bit and let's start to make our swatches with some white in them. So much fun. Sometimes it just mix directly on the white, which is not very good. But the results are interesting. Now we're getting a bit more darker here. Let's make one really light, like that. Yes, there we have it. One more. Let's fill up this paper as well. Maybe I can make round ones with this. No, that's not good. Let's use this one to make round ones then. Perfect. Let's see. Dark blue. Let's get some white and add into this. And let's see. Yes, that's the blues. Let's make, what do we want? I want to make a red one again, but with this flat brush. Spin this around a bit so that I get a clean. We can use the already mixed ones. Just wake them up with a bit of water. See if we can get any white out here. That's interesting. That's more blue than red. Gray. Oh, you can do so much fun things. You can really mix and match. So let me see. I have a little corner here to use on the plate. The blue keeps coming up. Maybe I should just clean this off a bit. Using a piece of paper towel to just clear it out. See if we can get some white here. Ooh, that's nice. Purplish pink. There comes the blue again. Oh, I get so irritated. Well, the blue will be there. So now I have made a bunch of swatches, and as you can see, this I will not use today. Let me see what I have. I have those. As I said, this will be used in all kind of crafting. It will be used in collages or as they are, or yeah. So you will see them in my junk journals. Let me just pause this real quick, and I will be back in a second with a bit of more clean here. And I'm back. So as you can see, I have cleaned off a bit, and I'm going to try to make 2 pieces of ephemera using this technique. And I have these. I have 50, 60 pieces of this. This is old and some kind of cards you sent, and yeah, I don't know what you use them for, but you put a stamp here and then you wrote who it was for, and then you wrote something on the back, and the person who was replying crossed this out, put a new stamp on, and sent an address. So yeah, but I think these circles really are calling out to watercolor swatches, doesn't it? So I want to make some kind of journaling cards with these, because they are blank. There are nothing in the back. Yes. So what do I want to put on them? I have a few ideas. I was thinking that maybe I could put like one of those tea-dyed pieces on here, and I could do some swatches in green and yellow, and maybe I could even use a piece of doily behind her, behind that, or no, that won't be seen at all. Maybe I could do something like that. I don't know, but that's one idea I had. And I also have an idea about using fussy cut birds, and maybe some label or postage stamp, or maybe one of those fussy cut flowers, pansies. I don't know, but this one I'm a bit more, I have decided about that, so we're gonna do this one. And what I want to do is I want to find some kind of colors in this bird that I want to add into the circle, right? That's not so strange. So I have some clean water, which could be good, and now I want a really pale blue. So I'm gonna do, the first thing I'm going to do is once again clean off the white, because, well, it needs to be cleaned, as you can see. Get rid of that, and then I'm going to start by taking the white color, I think, and add it to the palette. Then I'm going to take the blue, just a teensy bit of it, and now I have to take two things into consideration. One, this color, but also that the background color of this is other one than this. A bit too grayish, maybe some more white. That's kind of the same. That's probably better. So I'm going to, ooh, this was one of those. As you can see, the color doesn't want really to stay, because the paper doesn't like the water. It's probably treated with something. So I might have to go in several times with this. Not having too much water in the color. So what I want then is the brownish, I think. Maybe I can just try the brown as is and see. Yes, that's perfect. So I'm going to use this, and I am going to gently just fill the little circle as good as I can. There we go. And now, while this dries, I am going to see if I can find labels or stamps or something to use on this as well. And I'm gonna ink this as well. Let me see, where is my labels? Here they are. So I want either really blue or I really like this. I would like to use that one. Also, this is a nice color. Let's pick those out to begin with. And where is my paper for inking? I really need to clean my craft room again. It's so messy. So I'm just inking this bird so that it doesn't have any white edges. It makes the edges a bit more soft. And I'm gonna try to be gentle around the legs and the feet because I am a vigorous inker. There we go, and let's do this one. I'm not sure which one I will use yet, but I'm inking everything just in case. So this is a really nice way to use watercolor swatches if you already have the space for it. I just stood up and reached for some of my stamps. Maybe I could use one of those. Or the blue French one. So I think I want to add, I'm just feeling my brush to see if it's still wet. I think I want to add some more color here. Oh, that's more effective. And I might take out my heating tool to dry this off. Let me do that. I will be right back. There we go. I have bought a heat gun, which is so much helpful when you do these kind of things. So now we can start collaging. We have the bird, and I think I want it there. And then I think I want the stamp down here, maybe. And how about the fine art up there? Or maybe down here. That's better. So fine art. Now we have the blue. Maybe it's just too much. Maybe I should do some doily. And just like that, my head just shut off and decided to, nope, not gonna work anymore today. Thank you. I have done my part. and seeing if I have some book page or something here that I can use instead. I'm just laughing at myself because my head is standing still. Nothing happens in my head right now. This is just so silly. So silly. I think I'm gonna use some of this. Because just adding the bird is a bit too plain, I think. Let's do... Maybe I can do that. And hide that one a bit behind. And this one, love the shape of this one. Either there or up there. Yes. I'm just gonna stick things down. Oh dear. So I'm going to use the glue stick that I had on my desk, and that is almost finished, so I'm gonna have to do the gluing with my thumb. And we're gonna add it up here. And we are going to add the bird with, sorry, art glitter glue. Like so. Using paper towel to dab off the excess glue, because there always is excess glue when you use art glitter glue. I don't know why, especially on these thin parts, it's hard to get the right amount of glue on there. There we go. I like that already. So I wanted this one a bit underneath here. So I'm gonna try to, yes, lift it up. Lift it up. And slide it in. There we go. Fine art. Now we just have this one. Yes. So my friends, not much done here today, or yes it was, but I have made some watercolor swatches and Now I have just showed you an example of how to use it if you have another kind of background. And my dog is going berserk because my daughter is outside playing volleyball in the backyard, and he wants to get out and take her ball since he is a dog. So there we have it. This is our little journaling card that we made. That is blank on the back side using watercolor swatches. And then we also made this watercolor swatch and these two and this one. So that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed this short and sweet video. If you did, I hope you will give it a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I will be back really soon with another video, and I will be very happy if you give me a little comment down below what you think of this. This is how I make it. I guess you could make it several other ways, but this is how I make it. Have a great rest of your week, everybody. Bye.